Paisanos, it's a me, Hamish.
And it's a me, David and Hamish. I am again the Luigi to your Mario as we go through all of these episodes of television, this time because I too would fall for a sumo wrestler. And welcome to Super Mario Moment,
the show that's marathoning through every morsel of the Super Mario multiverse, and today we might be stretching the multiverse to its outer limits.
We truly are.
By discussing something that doesn't even feature Mario, but is part of a Saturday morning animation block called Captain N and the New Super Mario World.
Yes.
We are, of course, going to be focusing a little bit on the Mario side of things with a look at the very last ever episode of Mario Television. That's right, folks, because the last 3 episodes of this season will be focused on the movies. This Mario World show was aired from September 14th to December 7th of 1991. However, this is, I believe, season 2 of Captain N, which actually started during last week's episode, but we had too much to talk about Milli Vanilli. With all of that said, we thought it was only right that we end this Deke era with a very special guest.
That's right. Joining us is one half of the Distant Echoes crew, a Star Wars podcast. Cass, welcome to Super Mario Moment.
Ooh, Yoshi don't like meatballs.
Yes.
Thank you.
I have so much to say about Yoshi, but you did perfect. Perfect. No notes.
Oh,
yes.
I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you here too. I've wanted you on for a very long time. You, of course, joined us for our Christmas special. You and Tommy didn't win the evening, but
we failed miserably.
You know what? Charities won. So in the end, there were no losers.
Exactly. But also because I had such a good time coming on Distant Echoes a few weeks ago. Tell me about the show.
Oh, we loved having you. We've loved having David. We've had David as well. So Distant Echoes is our Star Wars podcast, me and my partner, Tommy. And we watch every single episode of Star Wars television that we dive into whatever we want in any order we want. Typically it's in chronological order in terms of the episodes, but sometimes something new and fun will come out and we just dive in. Recently, we just recapped Visions Volume 3. And because there is a new show coming out, if you're not aware because you don't like Star Wars, which is fine, but if you think Darth Maul is hot, you might be interested because in March, Shadow Lord's coming out, which is a Maul-centric animated series, and we're going to be covering that in March Maul Madness.
Yes.
Get your face paint on, your robo legs in, and come back for that. I'm very excited. And also, I just loved coming on the show because I'm a super casual Star Wars watcher, fan. You know, I play a lot of the games. I actually had watched a lot more than I thought I did before coming on your show. But I would say the Star Wars fandom is possibly known for being one of the more vocal or hard to please fandoms. And I love about your show, as I do all the Glitterjaw shows, is that you really like the thing. And that's honestly rarer than you expect.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I think we're palatable to most people. Hopefully.
Yeah, and you both do an excellent job in making sure that if you have not seen, say, every episode of Droids, that while you cover Droids, I feel like I've seen it. And that, what a gift to have given me.
You should still watch it though, for sure.
Yes. I will. Well, I mean, for C-3PO's poses alone, I feel like I've got to go back to it.
Oh.
Yes. I also brought you on this episode because when talking about getting guests onto Mario Moment, you said you were more familiar with Yoshi games, maybe, than the Mario games. Can we learn a little bit about your history with Mario and video gaming in general?
Yeah. So, I'm a millennial, so I grew up with all of the first kind of fun consoles of the time. My parents were younger. My mom was my mom was 18 when she had me, so she was a baby. But it allowed me to watch them play video games. And so I watched her play all the Mario games, and then I played them. I did play Mario 2 a lot. That music is very nostalgic to me. And I know I mentioned to you that we played Donkey Kong Country together, and that is still one of my favorites. But even as a youngster, like I always glommed onto Toad and Yoshi, and I love the baby Mario, the Yoshi, like island games. They were so fun, and so I just love a little Yoshi. I love a little dude, and that comes from my Star Wars love of little freak guys. So that's why they're my faves.
Yeah.
What a joy.
Yeah, we actually haven't covered any of the Donkey Kong Countries or Yoshi games yet, which I think I'm enjoying this season's theme. I think a future theme might be the spin-off characters and stuff, because I do think that's where a lot of the fun happens.
Truly.
We had decided a long time ago that we wanted Derek and Doug from Skreonk to be on our Super Mario Super Show episode, which was a few episodes ago. It was a few seasons of Mario Television ago. But there is an episode I would absolutely have chosen as a backup if Derek and Doug were not available. Can I show you, Cass, a clip from Star Koopa?
Star Koopa.
I'm so excited.
Let's do it.
If you want something wrong done right, you gotta wrong do it yourself. Get out of my galaxy, Marios! You're trespassing!
You're wrong, Koopa. We have a perfect right to be here, and so do the mushroom space colonists.
Yeah, and if you think we'll let you destroy their planet, you're really spaced out. I'm good, Hardshell. I'm gonna make linguine out of you.
Oh no.
I'd like to see you try it, meatball.
Take the plunge, Koopa.
That was incredible. That was incredible.
I wish lightsabers made that noise when they hit each other.
Yeah, the original Mario Galaxy movie, it seems.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That should have been the plot of Galaxy. That would have been incredible.
Oh.
Cass, you're also part of a long tradition of guests who come on and are delighted by the sound effects that have slowly been eroding Hamish and I's sanity over the course of this season.
Do you guys just like wake up in the middle of the night just hearing like a boing in the middle of like out in the darkness of your room?
After last week, the only thing I hear when I close my eyes is the running sound from Mario 3.
Yeah.
We were subjected to so much of it last week, Cass. It is. I'm ready to fly. I'm ready to fly all the time.
I can see the fear hiding in your eyes, even as you smile.
So, last week we introduced the concept of Captain N to our listeners and our viewers. Cass, had you ever experienced Captain N before?
No, I've not. Wow, what a journey.
Yeah.
When Hamish asked me what I thought of Captain N, I said the only thing I can think of is cringe. And then he showed me the introduction, and now I have seen, well, to be honest, a few episodes of Captain N. Because once I finished the one we're talking about, YouTube said, would you like to watch the next one? And I said yes. I was like, I'm kind of in it for this. I loved this.
Dude, it reminds me of Droids. That's why this whole thing is... Droids is one of my favorite Star Wars things. And so if you feel that way, then our podcast might be for you, because that's the type of Star Wars fan. I just love wild animation like that, man.
It was wild.
I also think it showed up the Mario World cartoon a little bit, because
Agreed.
I had always thought that Captain N was the strange, like, sort of cousin of the like main event, which is the Mario cartoon. But we've watched the budgets get lower and lower each week for Mario, and the segments get shorter, and now Captain N is the headline title. And like I said, Captain N, this is season 2. There were 3 seasons in total. It lasted for a whole other year after the Mario cartoon was put to bed. I obviously it was quite horrible, like in general, but
like baseline.
Yeah. But it did feel more grand. I guess it was, twice the length. It had so many characters. I would say maybe too many.
Too many.
but I definitely felt more potential in it than, we're at a stage where I think they're really struggling to come up with ideas for this Mario cartoon. We've seen quite a few types of episode, and this one I'll say was the obvious one to pick. It's one of the most popular. It's I think beloved in the fandom because it's the most Mario gamey Mario episode there is. But at the same time, what is it other than just like a conveyor belt of references and enemies and stuff?
That is kind of what it is, and that's what made Captain N. I was like, oh wow, this is like a competent to brilliantly written script. And the Super Mario World script was like, I don't know, he should fall on one of those lava rafts that you get in the underworld.
Honestly, though, it like really complimented my love of droids, because that's what droids does. Is it just like you're watching something, and if you look away for more than 30 seconds, some totally other thing is happening, and you're like, I missed something. But you didn't miss anything, because they're just throwing more things at you. You just gotta watch.
Cass said, I would like more Deke productions. Thank you.
Yes, honestly, like I was having a blast. It's just so fun. I don't care how horrible it is. And sorry, really quickly, just going back to the end thing. The brain lady, the drag queen star brain lady villain, like brain mother. Holy crap.
Oh, we must discuss, Cass. We must discuss. But before we do, can I just give a little update on what Mario's doing in his day job? His his usual being a video game character. He successfully sat for his boards, and he is now a certified doctor. So Dr. Mario has come out, and I think most pertinently to this conversation, Super Mario World has come out in the United States. And a little game for the NES is released called Yoshi.
Yes. Yoshi was a breakout star of Mario World. He almost immediately got a spin-off game with Yoshi's Island. He then got, like you said, a puzzle game for the previous console, merchandise. And I think it's a long time coming, because it's now a well-known fact that Yoshi was even planned for the very first Mario Brothers game.
Right.
But they couldn't work out how to put one sprite on top of another and make it move together or whatever. But you could tell that this was a passion project, and they sort of stuck the landing with this character.
Yeah, and then somebody whose passion that was had to watch this episode.
I think Yoshi could have been more annoying. He's a little annoying. I think he could have been more annoying.
Yes. Well, and as we get into the episode, I will keep talking about this, but it feels like Yoshi took a role that existed in the last two cartoons that we've had, because Toad is not there.
Yes, Toad got
That's
the
sad.
boot. Your love of Toad, you have to choose one or the other. It's like the Riddler holding them above.
Yeah, you really can't have both of them at the same time, especially if both of them are going to talk. That's what made me mad, is that Yoshi was talking, and I was like, no, I just need like the little grunts and that's all I need.
Yeah,
which seems to be the case in the new movie, and was maybe my most feared aspect of what was to come based on casting Chris Pratt and people previously. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the development of these shows. There isn't a huge amount to say about Mario World. It was just season 3 of this Deke Mario cartoon. Mario World had come out, so make a Mario World cartoon.
Right.
They definitely took an adaptational choice to go full Flintstones caveman with it all. The game is set in Dinosaur Land, but it's still the Mario world. This feels very much like
a separate world.
Yes.
Cass, do you have experience with Super Mario World, the game?
Remind me of what it is.
So that's the first one with Yoshi in, and it's punching Yoshi eggs out of blocks and riding them, and it has a kind of vague dinosaur theme for the Super Nintendo.
I think so. I feel like such
Ultimately-
a freak not being as familiar with Mario games. I mean, I am. I've played a lot of them. But like I just the older ones, I was just so tiny the first time I played them that it wasn't until I went to Japan last year and went to the Nintendo Museum that I was like getting all these visceral memories of all these Mario games that they had that we could play. So I'm sure I've encountered it.
I feel every 90s kid has played it.
Yeah.
And some people owned it and played it over and over and over again. But it like I played it once at like a child playpen kind of place. It was like a TV and a wall, and there was just like a controller sticking out.
I love that. I love that.
And so yeah, and it was a big hit. It ends up being also the inspiration for next week's Mario movie that we're covering. And also it just feels part of the kind of 90s dinosaur craze.
Yes.
Of like Jurassic Park and Land Before Time and We're Back and that one with Whoopi Goldberg that's name's escaping me. Do you remember that?
No.
And the TV show Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs, yes.
Of course.
There's a Whoopi Goldberg sci-fi detective buddy comedy where her cop buddy is a giant dinosaur. I think it's called Theodore Rex, but I might be...
Oh my God.
It is, in fact, called Theodore Rex, a 1996 buddy cop science fiction comedy film written and directed by Jonathan Betuel, starring Whoopi Goldberg. What an incredible pull. This is going straight on the Letterboxd watch list.
And this looks like a dinosaur from Dinosaurs. Like it looks like an uncle or something.
If you can see a poster, check out his trainers.
Oh,
hell yeah.
I love
He's got
these.
like a trainer for every toe.
The future's toughest cop is Katie Coltrane.
I'm back.
And now she's getting a new partner.
Dun, 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 dun.
His name is Teddy.
Hit me. He's a dinosaur.
You too. Oh my God.
Yeah, Theodore Rex. I think it's a famous like Whoopi Goldberg needed to get out of some contract, and they were like, "Give me any script, and I'll film it next week." And this was the one.
Theodore Rex. Incredible. Queen. You know what? He got Queen.
Yeah.
God.
So there's not a huge amount to talk about with the Mario World cartoon. As mentioned, Toad got the cut. He's not in the game, so
that's true. Oh my God, that's true. He's not in the game.
Probably why I didn't play it, because I got pissed and was like, "Where is my guy?"
Not that I think about Toad being very present in Mario 3, but he is at the end of each level.
Good news for John Stocker, his voice actor, though, because he did get a new character who wasn't in this episode, but is known as Oogtar.
Oh.
Did you see him in the title sequence? He was like a little cave boy.
He saves Luigi, and I was like, oh my God, Luigi's got a caveman boyfriend.
Hell yeah.
Well, he's a child, so maybe in a few years.
Never mind.
He was
it's Mama Luigi. They're all his children.
Oh, that's right. They're all his children.
Yeah. It's just that we keep pairing Luigi with anyone that moves past because he's the most shippable of all of the lead characters.
I see that.
The writer of this episode, Phil Harnage, who I read quite a few interviews with, but he was the main writer of the Zelda cartoon.
Oh, nice.
So that was the focus of much of the conversation. But he was asked about Oogtar, who was just created partially because Toad was gone, but also they felt that Yoshi was too nice and that they needed to balance out the cast with a little bit of troublemaking.
That's right. And we're 2 years away from having Boshi available. Otherwise, you would have had Boshi here.
In the original Bible for the show, Oogtar was named Bartzan and was described in the Bible as a prehistoric cave kid resembling Bart Simpson.
Yes.
I gotta show Tommy that. Tommy is gonna live for that.
That is incredible.
Oh, he's why are they so creepy looking? Why are the people so weird?
The cave people, the funny thing is the cave people for a moment in the opening title credits look incredible.
Okay,
and then they instantly do not.
Well, I mean, it suffers from that 90s cartoon thing where seemingly some like anime company made the title sequence and then the rest was made by underworked Canadians trying their best.
Just scribbling as fast as possible.
We also, so it's all the same cast as last week. Obviously, Cass, you don't know who I'm talking about, but Mario, Luigi, Peach, Koopa, they're all voiced by the same people. when Peach is given a voice, that is.
Yeah, not this episode.
Of course.
Poor girl.
It's funny, this episode is framed in fandom as like the peak of the Mario cartoon. From an animation director point of view, this is absolutely the budget episode where they're like
Out of money.
I know lots is happening, but like barely any of the cast are in it. Half of it is Luigi talking to Yoshi in bed. And it all feels just like B-roll from other episodes of like enemies walking towards screen like, oh no, it's a Koopa wizard.
Wow, that was great, by the way.
You did a good Luigi there.
Been watching a lot of Mario cartoons lately.
There was a long stretch in which King Koopa did not speak, and I thought, oh my god, are we not going to get any dialogue from him?
Yeah. So our big addition to the Mario cast is Yoshi, voiced by Andrew Sabiston. He has over 1,000 credits. He's still working today. He was one of his major roles outside of this was in Harry and His Bucket Full of Dinosaurs. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Another 90s dinosaur craze show that I watched. He has literally a bucket of tiny dinosaurs. And it's do they like talk and interact? I mean, I can sort of picture this. It sounds really cute.
It does.
Yeah, there's like a dragon cartoon from the same time, or like gummy bears. It's all that kind of slight fantasy stuff.
Okay.
He was in Knights of the Zodiac. He was also in an episode of Queer as Folk, the US one.
Okay.
Wow.
But most excitingly, actually, there's a few excitinglies. This is the first of the excitinglies. Our Yoshi also voiced a certain character called Thal Jobin in Droids.
Hell yes. And that is my guy. That is a icon. Tommy and I love him so much. He's gay. He's totally gay. Which is why we love him. And
that's
yes.
So yeah. I was holding my tongue during all the droids conversation because I had a reveal.
I'm so glad. I didn't get that. Tommy didn't see that either because he was looking it up. I said, they told me there's a droid's voice actor in this, and now I get to tell him, and I'm really excited. And that's great. This is fate.
Yeah, I don't think this is the first thing that comes up when you Google him.
No,
he's had 1,000 credits. He's made loads of stuff.
Yeah, he's very well and prolific. That's cool. That's cool though that he got to be in that.
That's awesome.
The other credit that is worth mentioning is that while he voiced Yoshi for all 13 episodes of this Super Mario World cartoon, he went on to voice Diddy Kong in all 40 episodes of the Donkey Kong Country show. So
that's my favorite Kong. I love Diddy Kong so much. Oh my god, this is like my guy.
Yeah. We'll be covering that, I'm sure, in the future. We tried to cram the Donkey Kong cartoon into this season, but it needs a whole season dedicated.
Episode by episode breakdown.
Yeah.
You're going to be doing that for like 5 years.
Yeah. Well,
sorry.
Now I know there's 40 episodes. We'll try and find which one of that show is the highest rated on IMDb.
Oh.
Looky here, look what I got. Don't think I won't let little Diddy drop.
Hold it right there. You wouldn't drop, couldn't drop, you wouldn't dare.
I'm a reasonable, raving, derangeable despot. I'll tell you what, we'll trade like a stock exchange. Wheel and deal, how's it feel? It's a steal. Diddy for the coconut for Diddy.
Don't do it, he's bluffing, I hope.
I guarantee, as you see, there's no pity for Diddy. No bluffing, no bluffing, no bluffing, no bluffing.
So that's about it for the Mama Luigi portion in terms of the development and the cast. Would we like to talk about the episode itself, or would we like to go back to Captain N?
I think we could probably knock out Mama Luigi pretty quickly. There's not a lot of plot here. In fact, my plot synopsis has fit on the back of a Post-it note. So
I kind of stopped writing. Like, I've written notes, but I haven't written like opinions or feelings.
Yeah.
I was a bit disappointed because I'd watched this before and I knew it as the one that was like when you're a kid, it is exciting to hear a bit of backstory and to flashback and everything. But I just felt like I was watching a Let's Play of someone playing a Mario game pretty badly. I ended up just making notes of which enemies we saw and what weird name they decided to give all of them, because they are not the same as the ones in the games.
Agreed. This makes me feel getting Boom Boom wrong last week feel like I'm a minor inconvenience compared to the names we get this time.
This is someone's Super Mario Maker level. Like
Yes.
that's
I need to make it.
yeah. Oh my, you absolutely should. Oh my god.
If it hasn't been made, I am gonna make it right now.
You really should. Like you could
Yeah.
do every single thing. That would be exciting. That would be huge.
Yeah, I mean, I need to start with like you have to play as Luigi, obviously. I'll see what we can do.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Tommy might be able to help you. I don't know if he's done it in a while. I just know he watches a lot of Super Mario Maker. So
well, the Switch 2 has a mouse, and Mario Maker 2 is like one of the few games that doesn't have any kind of Switch 2 update. And so I'm kind of like twiddling my thumbs for either an update or a sequel. And I'm the loser because I'm not playing Mario Maker as a result. But yeah, I'll give that a shot maybe and see if there's. It must have been done. Everything's been done.
I'm sorry if it's not. That is gold mine, baby. That is.
If not, like, listen, what I could put everything off this week. What needs to happen?
So, where do you want to start with this?
I guess I can kick us off by just saying Yoshi is going to bed and Luigi is there to tuck him in, and Yoshi asks for a bedtime story, and Luigi decides to tell Yoshi his origin story.
Yeah. Wouldn't you?
I guess I would. Yeah, I think stories need a beginning, middle, and end, but otherwise, sure. Yeah, this would be the tale that I choose.
Always good to remind your child at bedtime that they are adopted and weren't wanted.
Right off the bat, Yoshi is laying down, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
You're mad that he's laying down? What do you mean?
It's like I don't like seeing Yoshi lay down. I
He
don't think about
he looks
Yoshi
paralyzed. He's like, help me, like just flat. And also, can I ask a question? This is something that was plaguing me this entire episode. And again, this might be a dumb thing, not knowing as much about Mario lore, but I guess like I was confused because I was like, where's his shell? I thought that was just part of his body, but apparently that's like a saddle. And now as an adult, he just wears it all the time, which is sad. But this is their baby, and then they give him a saddle to wear as an adult. And I'm just really confused.
What that is has been a fandom debate for a long time. It has been established now as like a shell that is used as to be sat on. But because we now get games in which Yoshi isn't ridden and he just runs around, he's a bit more upright these days. But there's a few things in these games that feel like they were, a writer or an artist was given a little sprite and a kind of description, and they ran with it. Yeah. We've been covering the like Japanese cartoons as well, and from the start they were pretty much on model to how they look today. And for whatever reason, in the faxing of like character designs to Canada, they're like, I guess this is meant to be a turtle. Like,
dude, this is the same problem with droids. C-3PO and R2. C-3PO is like, first of all, sexy. Like got a booty, like got like, like he's got some like lumps and humps and things. And then R2 is like a bean. Like he's like one of those weeble wobbles, but they don't fall down. Like he's one of those. And it's like, you had all the material. Why did it change? I guess for convenience.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of booties, did you see how caked up Luigi was?
Oh my god,
during the invasion.
And it's funny because these are the same animators who've been working for the property, and I don't think I would have not noticed that dump truck over the last few times that we've talked to Deke. So I was surprised that the character models looked as different as they did.
There's something going on there. They've got to put that in there for some reason. I
mean, it's a budget episode. They were running out of money. They said, "What can we do? Make his ass bigger." I guess saves us cash.
I think the reason Yoshi lying down feels weird is that I feel like he should be sort of like curled up.
Yes, like a little cat.
Like a little
I
baby.
think this episode and maybe the show can't decide if he's the family dog or the son. And
that's where the saddle comes in. They're like,
that's just our son that we ride on a saddle. Like,
but let me tell you, if Dino from the Flintstones was laying down, he would lay down and curled up in a little ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good dog. That's a dino dog. Yoshi's definitely a cat. Yoshi's definitely a cat, which is why I love him.
Yeah. So I'm such a Mario fan that barely anything phases me in this episode. You know, he touches a balloon and inflates. Like, what was going through your head as someone less familiar with this franchise when these events were taking place?
So again, sorry, I have to think of droids. I'm also accustomed to this. This is why I got excited, because this is the type of stuff that makes me really excited. Like when, what is it? Let's see. There's a line here. It's on here. I can't find it now because I'm sure I know it's a meme where Mario gets slobbered on. And there's like all this weird white gunk all over him. That happens to C-3PO all the time too. Like this, and it's not, it's just like this weird, like smorgasbord toolbox of this type of animation where all these weird things that you watch it now and you're like, he just got inflated. And then you also look at it and you're like, he just got swallowed. And you're like,
yeah,
this is great. This is why I love it. This is why I come here. Like, we're not here for the story. We're here for all of the weird stuff we didn't notice as children. Like, that is what it is. So even though I didn't watch it, I was familiar. These are things I've seen before.
I need a Nicole Kidman at the AMC cut of Cass being like, "This is why we come to the theater for the animator's barely concealed fetish."
Yes, the dump truck Luigi, like in C-3PO. This is why we're here.
But David, I did find the animation of this compared to the previous ones kind of interesting. Like the lines are thinner.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's better or not, but it does look different. It looks like a different studio.
It does, but it doesn't look Super Mario Worldy, which I guess was what was kind of surprising me, because last week when we talked about the Milli Vanilli episode, it looked like Super Mario 3 in like my background, as Hamish will often say. It looks like I could hold down and just go into the background and go get a warp flute. Get the warp flute.
That's the magic flute. Use it. It opens the warp.
This is a little bit like the games, but when we meet just some generic dinosaurs, and
they're not Rexes. Yeah.
No, there is still this feeling would making a Mario cartoon actually be less popular than just making a dinosaur cartoon? Like more people would probably watch it.
In 1991? Yeah. I mean, dinosaurs, that was the time to make a dinosaur cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
But then,
Oh, I was just going to say, I had a question about you talking about like the way that this was illustrated. One thing that really stood out to me that kind of really disturbed me, and I'm wondering if it's like an actual like creature in the games, because you were saying that like all these things are in the games. The trees with the faces, what was that about? Is that a thing that's in the games, or is that just something that I imagine?
Yeah. Another thing about this episode is that those trees, they're from the games. This feels a bit like, oh, we've been cancelled. Better like include everything we didn't
we haven't
get
done
to
yet.
cover, because it is just a series of enemies and locations.
Yep.
That they hadn't done in other episodes, which is again probably why this is just liked by the fandom more than other episodes.
And if I'm getting this right, the trees are World 5, the Forest of Illusion.
The bit of animation that disturbed me was Baby Yoshi's feet.
Oh God!
I know
I didn't spend a lot of time, but now I'm looking.
Yeah, they're weird.
They're fine in some shots, and I think seeing his toes might be in your mind might seem worse, but he just kind of got flesh socks.
Yeah,
and they really disturbed me. Like it would be better if he just hatched with his shoes on.
Baby Yoshi, you don't see his feet at all in the game.
I think.
Or do you see just the shoes?
I think he might.
I just played Mario World last night just for fun.
He hatches with shoes
with shoes on.
Yeah. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, if I could, I would.
You gotta pay for those. You can't just have them out. Like you gotta be prepared.
I love how much Baby Yoshi in the games looks like a weird little scrungly old man.
Yes, he looks like an old dude. He looks like an
He's
old
like real
grumpy
babies.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like how a turtle would look when being born. So, and I think they should have gone with that direction, but
Yeah.
they sort of tried to make him cuter, which actually makes him look worse.
Yeah.
So
we are down in this like lava part of the world, and this is where Luigi knocks on a block and out comes Baby Yoshi. Adult Yoshi in the wraparound story remembers this experience, so I also have to wonder about where does the cognitive process of a Yoshi begin? Is it while they're in an egg? That's wild.
This can't have been very long ago. Like, this is after they moved to Dinosaur Land, and this is a 13 episode series. So,
right.
And they're with him in episode 1, presumably, if they're telling the meeting of story. So this must have been like a month ago, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, who knows? But this is where he starts calling Luigi in the story and the memory Mama Luigi.
Yeah, I think this is cute.
I love it.
It's cute. I got a little annoyed by Luigi's insistence that he was not the mama, which also felt a little close to not the mama.
Not the mama.
An active thing happening on dinosaurs at the moment. But it gave me just a little bit of not gay panic, but like a close by neighbor of gay panic. Just I didn't need it here. I didn't need you to be revoking motherhood so strongly, Luigi.
Especially because Luigi is the gayest of the characters.
Come on,
always
dude.
Characters.
Well, that's why Yoshi clocked it. Yoshi was born and was like, "Hey, man."
Oh,
Yoshi was trying to be an ally.
Yeah.
Yes. This wasn't even a reference of like my biological mother. This was like ballroom mother. This was like looking at Luigi and being like, mother.
Exactly. Mama.
Mama Luigi.
Wow. Wow, Hamish, you have that in the pocket. That is wow.
I ain't your mother. Oh no. Mario, help me.
I don't know whether to be like, I love it.
Mama Luigi.
I love it, but I'm scared for you. I'm sorry that this happened to you. But you're so good at it.
Oh, well. Call me Illumination.
Wow. It's you know what? I believe that you would do very well at it, but I would instead use that as an opportunity for you to remove Mr. Pratt from office in some way or shape or form.
Chris Pratt has decided not to come back for the third Mario movie. We have replaced him with some guy.
Some guy, Hamish Steele.
And we're so excited.
The world would be very happy.
Yes, we get an onslaught of Mario enemies referenced. I don't need to go through them all.
Okay. Can we talk about Gigantic Bill or Ginormo Bill or whatever? That was just wrong. I couldn't do it.
Yes, they called him Magnum Bill.
Magnum Bill.
Interestingly, this is an enemy that has had a name change over the years. I know it as a Banzai Bill.
Oh.
But nowadays they have changed it to a Bomber Bill.
Okay.
I know Bullet Bill.
Yes, so this is the big version of that.
Bullet Bill 20, Tiny Bonsai Bill, which is also what I think I grew up knowing it as, was the big one.
It's called that in the game, so I don't know why they went with Magnum Bill. I think Bonsai conjures some images of war, but it is a bullet.
Yeah.
Did he have teeth like that?
Yeah,
kind of.
Okay.
Not like that. No, I must reject. I must reject
no.
Hamish' answer. Like that, no. Teeth, yeah.
But then some things are so on model. Like there's a type of fish called a rip van fish, which is the one that's sleeping and then wakes up.
Aww.
Exactly like the games. We see some dolphins, which are
the dolphins are perfect.
They look exactly like they do in the games, and you can play as that dolphin in the new Mario Kart for some reason.
And they're weirdly upright and driving, and it's really weird.
They're just like floating above.
Oh, that's
the car,
right. Yeah,
like...
I hate it. Let them be the car. Like they're riding them in this. Like, come on.
And then we meet some Wigglers.
How did you feel about the Wigglers, Cass?
I'm sorry.
kinda
I mean, we've
scary.
already kind of been a little. How raunchy am I allowed to be on this show? Just
Very.
okay.
Very.
The first thing that I yelled was like because Yoshi eats them. I was like, "Oh, reverse anal beads," because he's eating them.
Wow.
I don't know.
You gave me permission. Sorry.
No, you have permission. I didn't think that, but something felt odd and strangely satisfying.
Yeah.
To me, it reminded me of the bit in Lion King when he eats the like bug.
Yes.
Like
It looks
slimy.
so
It's satisfying.
yummy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's true. Mm-hmm.
Yoshi then swallows Mario and kills him, which I'm definitely going to give.
Yeah. And this is where we get the meatball line that Cass introduced themselves with. Like, this is it's a great line. It's nice to see Mario and Luigi being Italian again, because they turned that up to 24 on a 10-point scale when we covered Coopzilla, and then they forgot they were Italian last week.
Yeah.
We got to bring it back.
Got to bring it back just a little bit.
I alluded to this, but this is, I think, my favorite line delivery of the episode, which is Mama Luigi. And I know we've said before that let Luigi be mother, but it does seem like one time where the actor is kind of having fun, and Mario has a tiny bit of personality. He barely features in this episode, so it's nice that there's a little bit of and this actual moment has been much memed, and people have reanimated it all over many times.
We watched a few of them. We watched the few related ones, and there's one where they like glitches out, and it's like mama.
Incredible.
I don't know what we watched.
This is possibly the most YouTube pooped of the Mario cartoons, second only to the game Hotel Mario, which I'm waiting for a guest to come on and discuss.
Here I am. I'm ready to talk Hotel Mario and the freaking DVD player thing that came with 2 games.
Ooh, DVD games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do we need to say about this episode? I mean, the Coney Island Disco Palace.
That was such a weird read, but then I thought about Bowser's castle at the end of Super Mario World, and like it is kind of giving that. So I mean, I guess.
It was, but you know what? I was so pumped when they said they were going there, and then I was disappointed because not much happened there. Like I wanted there to be more. I wanted there to be dancing. I wanted there to be like a rave going on. Like, what's happening? Where are all the other people with saddles on? Like, what? Nothing happened.
And the reverse anal beads.
Yeah, exactly. You set us all up for this, and then nothing happened. I'm really sad.
The only thing that I did really appreciate as them being like, oh, someone in this room has played the game, is upon entering Bowser's Castle from the back entrance, they have to find the question block that turns on the disco light spotlight, which is exactly something that happens in the game.
Oh, wow.
It does. Although when they turn on the light, it gets just darker around them.
Yes.
It doesn't turn any lights on.
Yeah,
it already looks very bright.
Yeah, that's a good point, Hamish. That's a good point.
Yeah, the lighting was not. They need to revamp that a little bit, please.
Yeah, we also see the little climbing walls from the game, and the Mecha Koopas, which look okay.
Yeah, we're just throwing it all in there.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do find it funny that when they defeat Koopa, he like runs away from his own castle. He's like, I'll be back. And I'm like, yeah, you live here.
Yeah. And you literally won't. We'll never see you again. Sorry. This is it.
This is a flashback. We'll see him every week.
Oh, that's right. This is all flashback. Yes.
Watching the Mario World cartoon in chronological order is how I'm going to do it.
Again, it doesn't matter.
Just this episode and then 1 through 12.
Yeah.
This should have been number 1. Yeah.
But it's all done its job, because then Yoshi is asleep, and he, as in his little sleeping, mutters Mama Luigi, and we see a content Luigi, and the end of the episode.
Hey, that's Mama Luigi to you, Mario.
I get a little tickle every time you do it. It's so good.
Oh.
It's better than the regular.
Yeah, I only wanted to mention one other thing, which obviously you can say whatever you like, but I wanted to mention the song.
Oh yeah. Wow. How did I block that out?
Yeah, remind me. You want to sing a little bit of it? Is there other lyrics?
I couldn't even, but it's sung by a very particular singer. I don't know. It's a bit like that.
Yes.
First you're here and then you're not. You never seem to stay in one spot. I'm looking for you.
It's sung by Gordon Marston, who voices Big Mouth Cooper, aka Morton Cooper, and I think in character.
Wow.
Even though he's not in the episode.
We are meant to have enough recognition to know that this is Morton jamming out in the shower.
That's adorable.
Big Mouth, not Morton.
Big Mouth Cooper. I just wanted to mention that this was composed, if you can imagine, by Michael Tavera, who composed all the music for this show, replacing Shuki Levy and Haim Saban from the previous seasons.
Yeah.
He composed all the music for the Land Before Time sequels.
Oh.
He composes the music for the current weird Tom and Jerry movies. Have you seen them, where like Tom and Jerry meets Willy Wonka and stuff?
What?
But I also wanted to mention, he composed the Sonic music as well, and the Sonic theme of Sonic, You Can Really Move. That one.
Okay. So he's got some talent.
He was also the lead composer of the TV show Star Wars Resistance.
Okay. Wow. What a weird dude. When one Star Wars guy is there, they bring a few more dudes. Like they always do. And it's always weirdly connected. It really is.
The amount
not
of
banger
scanning...
like the Droids song.
No.
Sorry. Not a banger like the Droids theme song.
Those are excellent.
I spend so much time researching for this show, just scrolling through filmographies, looking for the words Star Wars, Spider-Man,
Godzilla.
Probably wasn't hard. Yep.
Yeah, increasingly X-Files as we start to get into some like live action 90s actors as well.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else to say about Mama Luigi?
I do not. I'm so sad that we are out of the world of Deke. I know that I can go back and visit it anytime I would like to.
Will you?
We will.
Okay.
I think I will, just because there is so much that is there, Cass. It hasn't been my greatest joy. It hasn't been as good as the anime, but it was still fun.
As I've mentioned a few times, this episode is very beloved by the fandom and has generated many memes. It was also part of a reanimation project. So a bunch of animators brought together by Andrew Dickman of Electric Heroes, and they reanimated the whole episode. Here is a little clip.
Wow.
Oh!
It's King Koopa from Princess Toadstool's Mushroom Kingdom. But he'd found a way to escape into the dinosaur world. And when we got to Dome City, the place was deserted.
This is incredible.
Koopa football players grabbed the princess. Mario was attacked by a Koopa wizard and a Magnum Bill. And I found myself face to face with the Fire Sumo.
Oh my God.
That was great.
I'm so glad they kept the ass.
Yeah, truly. They got one note that was like any animation style, but you must keep Luigi's ass.
Yes.
Obviously, check that out to see the credits for all the animators. One of those projects where I'm like, how did I not hear about this? And I'm mad I didn't do it myself. But there's plenty more episodes to cover.
That's right.
That's great.
So I want to take us back in time to Captain N.
Oh, Captain N.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this for a minute. There's so many characters, so I'm going to really rattle through a few of the cast. Just to tell you a few interesting things. Captain N, voiced by Matt Hill. not played by Matt Hill in the live action title sequence.
Okay, well, I would guess, yeah.
Played by someone who does not have a Wikipedia page. His biggest roles outside of this was he is Ed with one D in Ed, and Eddie.
Oh, fun! Wow, there was a ton of episodes of that, right?
I loved Ed and Eddie.
Yes, and it's funny, you sometimes meet these voice actors doing quite like a normal voice, and then the other role is like really over the top.
Right.
They're also talented. He also voiced Raphael in the third Teenage Turtles movie and in the next Mutation, which I believe is the TV series.
Nice.
And he's in the season 2 episode of The X-Files, Fresh Bones, as Private Dunham.
Wow.
So, yes.
Yeah, that feels a lot more lined up with Captain N. Don't get me wrong. I think the performance of Captain N is fine, but it's not stretching a voice actor's like zany talents. It is you're a white guy who fell into the TV.
Yeah,
right, done.
that's literally it.
Yes. I would say he's almost not needed, maybe. I don't know. I can't work my mind. There's just so many, like when we watch the episodes, there'd be whole like 10-minute sections where just like one of the leads was not there.
Yeah, it's just gone.
And then they would give me a jump scare when I just saw Game Boy again for the first time.
Game Boy!
Like,
well, Game Boy is a jump scare.
Oh, absolutely. What the heck, man?
Not
Not a good BMO. Horror BMO.
Yes,
horror BMO.
Princess Lana, voiced by Venus Terzo. Her biggest role is Jean Grey in X-Men Evolution.
Oh,
nice. Simon Belmont. So, Cass, based on how you were talking about Mother Brain, I guess that you're not super familiar with all these characters, but let me know, who did you recognize? Do you know who Simon Belmont was, the really tanned guy with the blonde hair?
In terms of like where he's from or his voice? Or both?
Just who this character is.
Nope, no idea.
What game?
I just know he kind of sounded like I can't think of his name, but I told Tommy it kind of sounded like Kronk.
Oh,
yeah.
I would have said Snagglepuss, but Kronk is good too.
But I have no idea who this guy's from. Is it?
So he's from the Castlevania franchise. This is a loose adaptation of the character.
Yeah, it's very.
Hey, I know Castlevania. I ain't never seen anyone that looks like this in that game.
No, this is Dracula's mortal enemy.
Yes. Oh no, I need to get a facial.
That was pretty incredible. He's pretty gay coded in the episode we watched.
Ooh,
yeah.
Wow.
All of these characters are loose adaptations.
Yeah.
They're like Squint. We'll see.
Yeah, like what's going on with Kid Icarus? Like,
oh, Kid Icarus.
Funny that you should icky ask, Cass.
He's okay. Can I say something? The
Get out of here.
of this segment, like everything kind of looks ugly, which means I think the villains look okay.
The villains look great. The villains look so good.
What about them nipples on that one guy though?
Oh,
okay.
Sorry.
King Hippo, do not come from my childhood, Cass.
We'll get to his nipples, but it meant that the actual heroic characters like Kid Icarus and Mega Man, they look so gross to me.
They look so weird.
Mega Man's voice?
Well, Mega Man was voiced by Doug Parker.
Okay.
He voiced Shredder in the next Mutation.
Wow.
Teenage Turtles things.
Oh, that is range then,
good
because
for
this
him.
is not Shredder.
I think about him is sadly he's like played Shredder in the Teenage Turtles show no one liked. He played He-Man in the second He-Man cartoon they made, and he played Starscream in Beast Wars. So he's like played lots of iconic characters, but is not the famous person who voiced them.
Yeah.
But Mega Man, if you didn't know, I'm guessing you've heard of Mega Man, but like if you had never heard of Mega Man, you'd think based on this episode that his thing is walking through trees that he's just split, because he does that twice and I don't know why.
I'm so like I have a vague association with all of these guys, and I'm just like, even I know they're dramatically different from what I think I recall.
Mega Man's nickname is the Blue Bomber, so they made him green.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is like a rebellious child. They're just like, I'm going to do the exact opposite of what you say.
he gets a lot of different colors when he has different powers, and if we had seen that, I could have got bought into it. But I truly was like, is this Mega Man or is this like Princess Lana? We're like sort of skirting the issue here.
I just wanted to mention Kid Icarus, voiced by Alessandro Giuliani. His biggest role is voicing L in the Death Note dub, so the lead character in that.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Well done, you then.
I hated Kid Icarus's wings.
Me too. They're not
Did
full
you
enough.
see them?
They're not full enough. They're like you got hit by a shotgun.
It's
I
like
hate everything about him. I don't like him.
Yeah.
I don't like him. He's
This
creepy looking.
is the cartoon we liked more than the Mario
Well,
cartoon.
Here's what I'll say is that Captain N was sort of the promise that Saturday Supercade made come to life. This
Yes.
felt like an evolution.
This is the Smash Brothers TV series.
Oh my god, you can Cass, you can play all these characters in Smash Brothers.
That's the only way. That's how I know all of them. That's
Yeah.
like literally. I thought the Castlevania guy was from Ice Climbers or whatever because I thought they were all just Smash Brothers. That's what I thought he was.
They've put Simon. They've put him in Smash Brothers, but he does not look the
Not
same.
look like this
He
at
looks
all.
like Conan the Barbarian usually.
But you've probably seen Pit in Smash Brothers,
Yeah.
who is Kid Icarus, but is not this Kid Icarus.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I don't. I'll be honest. I don't like Smash. I don't. I'm really bad at it. I have a lot of friends that love playing it, and I've seen all the characters, and so that's why I was like, none of these look like the characters that I've seen in Smash Brothers.
Well, the villains are comprised entirely of characters who are not playable in Smash Brothers because these are real B tiers. I just want to, before getting onto them, sorry, I need to mention Game Boy, voiced of course by Frank Welker.
Yes,
voice of Fred from Scooby-Doo, but also voice of Donkey Kong Jr. in Saturday Supercade from our first episode.
And Meatzilla, because that's what you sounded like.
Well, maybe this is a voice I've heard Frank Welker do for various characters. I think he voices someone in GoBots that talks like this, or it's like, oh no. Game Boy made me laugh the most of all the characters, because just seeing him like sat at a normal kitchen table and like trying to just like cook food, it really delighted me.
What didn't work for me with Yoshi somehow did work for me for Game Boy, and I can't reconcile that in my mind. I didn't know that I was supposed to be able to recognize the words that were being said. I thought that it was a made-up language until I suddenly started to catch up some of the phonetics, and I was like, "Oh, this is English. This is a language I speak."
I understand him now. It's just because you've been watching it. You just learned his language.
I didn't look up who voiced him, but this episode is also based on the game Paperboy. So we meet Paperboy, Julio. Have you ever played Paperboy? I haven't. I remember it.
I have. This is the game. Here's the thing. The gameplay is very close to Paperboy. Paperboy throws newspapers ideally into people's mailboxes for the most points. But if you hit somebody's window, it will smash through it. If you make enough mistakes, people will chase you down the street. There are people with jackhammers on the street you must avoid. It is a very faithful retelling of the game Paperboy.
Wow. That's so intense for a child working.
Paperboy is not specifically coded to be Hispanic and is not illiterate, which was a heavy stone for me to deal with in this episode.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of liked one of those things, and then
agreed. I did not like them together.
The thing is, also, I'm also cool with them doing an illiteracy episode, because actually something I didn't mention was this was the year that the like cartoon standards and practice got more pressure to put like morals in these episodes.
That's what it seemed like. Yeah.
Yeah, Mama Luigi has sort of escaped this a little bit, but the Mario World cartoon does deal with like social issues a bit more than the previous cartoons. And Captain N, I think, always jams a social issue in, whether it fits or not. I think it feels more like a plot hole than representation of people who can't read.
Yeah, I agree.
They also didn't really like do anything about it. They were just kind of like, yeah, you should try to read
teaches
books.
him one word.
Yeah, Princess Lana teaches him one word and he uses it.
Good job, girl. Good girl.
Yeah, not even a plot hole, but it almost feels like weird plot hole armor for this character, so that you can like push yourself to the resolution.
I think what slightly annoys me about Princess Lana is that obviously when you put all these game characters together, and Smash Brothers is the same, you realize that very few female characters in games, and so they invented one. But then the villain of this series is the villain of the Metroid series, Mother Brain. And so where's Samus and where's Zelda and where's
Samus? Oh, where's Samus? I would love to see Samus up in here.
So let's talk about Mother Brain.
Oh, can we please? I didn't know how right I got this last week, Hamish. I was shocked.
So this is the loosest adaptation, probably. Cass.
Yeah.
Mother Brain is the sort of final boss of Metroid and is a giant, terrifying brain in a jar that shoots lasers.
Yeah, but has no persona. Just it is a brain in a jar.
This is so good. This is so good. And it also reminds me of the skin lady in Doctor Who. That's just like a slab of flesh. The moisturize me or whatever she says. Yeah.
I, from memory, thought this was looked worse than it did, and actually I think it's kind of metal and like,
oh, she looks awesome. I love Mother Brain.
Yeah,
she's so unnecessarily detailed and freaky. And is voiced, of course, by Levi Stubbs, lead vocalist of the Four Tops and most known to our generation probably as Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors.
Holy shit, that is so cool. God.
Well. The hypnotic ink doesn't just connect my brain to people's minds. It connects me to any mechanical device it touches.
Wow! Well, that ain't goop. All you have to do is think nasty thoughts and
Video Land will be mine!
So Hamish has been sitting on this for a week, Cass, because when he showed me the intro cycle, I said, oh no, this looks like a banger, and Mother Brain is Audrey too. And Hamish just smiled and sat back and said, you just wait, David. You just wait.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what makes these things so, like, even better. The same stuff happens with droids, where, like, we'll start looking into the voice actors, and you're just like, who? Excuse me? What? Like, okay.
Wild talent here for Mother Brain.
I love her. I love her.
She's really good. And like I've always thought was the thing about the show that was embarrassing. I think it's the element of the show that I think's the most fun.
Yes.
The villains are excellent.
I'm just staring at her. I'm just looking. Her nose, she has like 3 holes. I guess her nose does have like those. It looks kind of like that, like a ghoul when their nose gets chopped off or falls off. But damn, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Mother Brain, it was right there the whole time.
The Drag Race performance waiting to happen.
Dude, yes.
Just also what a interesting second career that Levi Stubbs has had. Like,
well, okay, third career I might offer because like
I just meant in voicing.
I see. Yeah, okay. Because I was
like,
Four Tops and then doing voice work. Yeah.
Cass, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
So one of Mother Brain's subordinates is called Eggplant Wizard. What game do you think Eggplant Wizard is from?
I'm looking at him.
I can offer you a hint if you would like.
Please.
It is a game we have already said the name of.
I don't know if that helps me. Mega Man.
You're in the right generation though. It is an NES game.
I don't know. Tell me. Is it Zelda? Is it somehow in Zelda? I don't even think we said Zelda.
You're gonna icky scream when I tell you because it is one of the main antagonists in Kid Icarus.
Oh, God, yeah. What is this game? Like, what is?
Well, probably won't make you feel better to let you know that if you get hit by an eggplant wizard, you, Kid Icarus, turn into an eggplant.
Yeah,
this
Kid
is
Icarus,
weird.
If you play it, you think it must be just sort of based on great Greek myths, but it's based on Greek myths in the same way that, like, I don't know, Power Rangers is based on dinosaurs. Like,
yeah.
It's something else entirely. And so Eggplant Spillers. Now, this is when the character design for me really works, because I loved his face and his mouth and how gross and weird he looked.
Yeah, he's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's the other guy with the nipples that just
King Hippo.
We'll get to King Hippo. I need to tell you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, tell us about
Eggplant Wizard, voiced by Michael Donovan, aka Carnage in Spider-Man Unlimited.
What?
Whoa, that's sick.
He also voices Count Dooku in the Lego Star Wars movies or shorts or whatever.
What the heck, man?
And did additional voices in The Force Awakens.
Yes, I think we've talked about him before, actually.
Okay,
I think so. Yeah.
Wow. Anyone who gets to lend their voice to Count Dooku in any way, big or small, is a hero to me.
And the Lego voices typically get a pretty prolific people to play. If they've not been in the movies, they've been in something else huge. So
in Dead End, one of the actors we hired for a role, who at the end of the series you see a villain for a brief moment who was going to be the main villain of season 3, which never happened. But his Piotr Michael, he's does lots of voice acting, but he makes most of his money just doing Yoda in like all the cartoons and stuff.
Fun.
Does he do the Lego Yoda? He's not Lego Yoda, is he?
He might do,
because that scream is brand. That Yoda scream from those is like branded into my brain. So
I love that.
So King Hippo, the nipple guy,
nipple man.
What do you want to say?
He's got baby bottle pops for nipples. That's all I could.
He really does. He really does.
Any clues where he comes from, Cass?
Okay. Let's see. A hippo. It's not. Let's say Castlevania. Let's say Nipple Man comes from Castlevania.
Did you happen to see what he had on his hands?
Oh, not Punch Out, Knockout. What is it called?
Punch Out.
Okay.
You are correct.
Yeah.
He is from Punch Out.
All right, cool. Look at me.
I'm glad they went with King Hippo and not Mike Tyson.
Me too.
Option of
because you know he would have had baby bottle pops for nipples, and that would have been even more disturbing.
You know, in an early video game world, there weren't a lot of fat characters to enjoy, and King Hippo was among them. And so I will always have a place in my heart for King Hippo.
I get it. It's just that, like, they are distended. They are large, which is fine. That's someone's thing, you know? They might have been electrified. That's what's going on.
He's voiced by Gary Chalk. He had a small live-action role in the Godzilla 2014 movie and the Power Rangers 2017 movie.
Wow!
He's also in Freddy vs. Jason, which I'm sure
we'll
get to.
Does he get killed? Probably.
We'll get there eventually. Yeah.
A funny little factoid about him is that he is in this show, which also stars Mega Man. He then went on to voice in the 1994 Mega Man cartoon series Gutsman, Brightman, Darkman, Needleman, Heatman, Stoneman, Bombman, Markman, Sparkman, Ringman, Darkman again, and many others.
Wow.
And then,
he was like an all-purpose villain.
And then in the Mega Man 2018 cartoon, which I didn't realize existed, he voiced Dr. Light, the doctor that creates Mega Man. So
after all this time, he gets to be a hero at last.
He's been in every Mega Man cartoon released in the US.
Wow.
He's also the current voice of Optimus Prime. And according to his social medias and a bizarre AI picture, he has just beat cancer. But
that's good.
There was a strange like AI picture of like Optimus Prime and him like ringing a bell, and I was like,
I'm happy about the outcome. I don't love how I learned about it.
Yeah, I was like, what is this about to be? What is this? Okay. All right, he's cool.
Yeah. Speaking of Mega Man, we do briefly see Dr. Wily, who is the Mega Man villain, voiced by Ian James Corlett, who was Cheetor in Beast Wars and was also Goku in the Ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z, which is a kind of famous alternate dub that has been memed a lot. But
Fun. What a joy. What a joy. I liked seeing Dr. Wily. I thought it was fun. I've never seen any of those Mega Man cartoons, but I love the Blue Bomber. I should check those out.
Over the course of Captain N, we do see various other characters. We do see in this episode Donkey Kong briefly.
I wasn't sure if it was the Kong, but it was just a guy, a monkey, and I wasn't sure.
He's kaiju sized, though. He's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And dressed quite finely, I find.
Yeah.
These animations, they always want to put Donkey Kong in like cute little bear outfits. And
as he should be.
Yeah.
He's so versatile, though. He really is.
And boy, he steps right on Eggplant Wizard and King Hippo. Just steps right on them.
Yep.
But yes, the show had sort of entered into various different NES games where they do Dragon Quest. They even meet Link and Zelda from the Zelda cartoon, slightly toned down from their Zelda cartoon versions, but voiced by the same people. But I just have no memory of this as a kid, like at all. I don't think it crossed over to where I was, or even just I think it was such a window of time that it aged like milk. And like as soon as you were a generation away from these games, like there was no appeal to it.
Agreed. Which is
I've
a shame
never heard of this.
I think these are great. Like I said, I watched 3 of them, and I thought each of them was a well-crafted story for children audiences, but like I felt like it was really well done, a Saturday morning cartoon. Too many characters, but like whatever, it's fine.
I half agree with you. it was a Saturday morning cartoon.
I'm kind of there.
Maybe my dial has been a little turned based on my hobbies recently.
Me sending you an episode of the Mario cartoon must be like such sweet relief when you're being sent like some horrifying, gory, fear-coded episode. Or
that is true.
Yeah,
that is true. I've also watched some real stinker ancillary things for gimmicks. Whenever I hear about a show some actor has been in and I can find it on YouTube or archive, I'll watch it, and then like slowly part of my soul will weep out of me. Like there's a reason you can't find this or watch it because it's not very good.
Yeah.
The final note I have is that this episode of Captain N was written by Michael Mauer, who, among other things, is the grandson of Mo Howard from the Three Stooges.
Holy shit! Yes! Yes!
Wow. It just keeps getting better and better.
That is awesome.
Do you have anything you wish to say about Captain N and the invasion of the Paper Pederlars?
Wake up, sheeple. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. This episode was about making people woke and telling people to not believe the mainstream media.
Where's the call to cancel this show?
Whew.
Yeah.
What a ride.
Mother Brain putting her agenda across. She owns the newspapers. She owns the media.
I did think it was a pretty wild Act 2 turn when some of the ink that has been slowly hypnotizing the people of Paperboy Land gets on an appliance, and they learn that she can just control electrical gadgets with the ink. And I was like, wow, what happened?
She's
she
everything,
also seemed
man.
surprised about that.
She did, but that only made me love her more.
Yeah, she's like, oh shit, okay. Well, this is great.
If we have nothing else to say about these episodes, I wanted to mention one tiny little thing, because if we don't, I feel the viewers will riot. We have lovely viewers. I don't know why they would. But Mama Luigi is technically, and the Mario World cartoon is technically not the only animation based on Super Mario World. There was something else, which I just want to show you a little bit of.
ちょっと急ぎすぎたかな。疲れちゃったよ。ほんと、スーパーキノコでも出ないかな。よっと。あれ？なんだこの卵。
もし
もし僕ルイージ。ねえみんな、これ何の卵なんだろう。この中からどの卵か当ててみて。
It's one. It's one.
Itchy.
Cass, I have tricked you into doing another quiz. Who do you think's in the egg?
Ichi.
Let's see. Let's see if you're right.
一番。
ボタンをどうぞ。
Who's that Pokemon?
Yes.
Look how on model Yoshi is compared to what we watched today.
I know.
All
Look
four,
how cute he is.
all four of them perfect.
一緒に見てみようか。
助かったどうもありがとう僕はヨシ君たちは誰
僕はマリ。
I'm so happy that we can finally talk about this. This has been living with me for weeks.
Well,
I just love it because I could kind of understand it. Tamago is egg.
Yeah. I think Yoshi is cuter.
Yes.
It's a way better Yoshi.
Oh, so cute.
David and I watched all of this and wrote notes, and we're going to include it on a previous episode, but it didn't really fit there. I'm not going to spring this on you, David, and make us do notes right now. But I just thought it was worth mentioning. This is called Mario to Yoshi no Bokunland. It is an interactive video anime designed with Bandai's Tekebiko system, which utilizes a little telephone game toy that you can talk to Luigi on. We watched the whole thing, and it is a series of little, I would say there was only a couple of them which challenged me, but like questions for challenged me. It was made for like 3-year-olds in 1990.
Well, I got one wrong. I got one totally wrong.
Oh my god.
It's very similar to Mama Luigi in the sense that it's just the Mario Brothers going around Dinosaur Land, interacting with enemies, and then asking questions. And the company did make similar games for Dragon Ball and Moomin and all kinds of other products. So if you ever see a weird image of Goku like calling the audience and just staring into the middle distance and then being
that. It feels very Dora the Explorer, like a TV show that's like asking you stuff, but like, you know, you get to call and respond.
See, it was every time I've seen it talked about, the interactive is in big quotation marks, because if you get the answer wrong, the video keeps playing. It's not like, oh, sorry, you have to go back home. But I do think you could hear them through the phone. So I think
that's cool.
It routed the sound to the phone. So you could have a little conversation with Goku and say, it's number 2 Goku. It's number 3 Moomin. So, you know, maybe in the future we'll cover that in full, but it felt like this was the right time to bring it up.
I think the greatest thing we got out of it is front-facing pictures of Mario, Luigi, and yes, Yoshi holding a landline telephone.
So cute. Oh, I love it.
So that's us for 1991, I think. Did you have a fun time, Cass?
I had a blast. It was so fun. Thank you guys so much.
You definitely are welcome back if you want to talk Donkey Kong or Yoshi in the future, or anybody else. There's actually a couple of games in which Toad is the protagonist that might be fun to chat about. But once again, tell us about where we can find you.
Yes. So again, I have a podcast, Distant Echoes, with my partner Tommy, our Star Wars podcast. You can find us on, I always mess up like the actual like name at the back, but it's Distant Echoes SW on Instagram, and you can find us at Distant Echoes. I believe it might be SW on Blue Sky, but basically, if you find Glitterjaw, you can find us. And I am Gonk Binary on Instagram and Blue Sky as well.
That name always makes me laugh.
Thanks.
It's really great. David, where can people find you?
Yeah, if you want to find me, you can find me almost anywhere as Dmuma. That's DMUMA. And I am a co-host on a couple other podcasts that got mentioned through the course of today's conversation. One of them is called Fear Coded, where my friends Marilee and Tyler are introducing me to all the horrifying things I never saw on television and film. And that is called Fear Coded. You can find it wherever you get podcasts. And with my buddy Derek, past guest, we talk about weird and high concept episodes of television, which I almost thought this was. I thought this was going to be a Mario episode without Mario, and then the rug got pulled out at the last second. That is called Gimmicks, and you can also find that wherever you get podcasts. Hamish, what about you? Where can folks find you? And the other big thing that you've got going on right now?
big thing.
Well, go, man.
Oh,
it's big to me.
Yeah, it's
I was
huge,
just like,
dude.
oh no, what have I forgotten? Yes,
Your Mario Maker level.
Yes.
Oh, I cannot
have to
wait.
see that. I had to edit our last episode, which was 2 hours long, and that was the big thing in my week.
I'm sorry.
I'm just here, Mario Moment, my only podcast. I have made appearances on a few other podcasts lately, including Distant Echoes, which was a lot of fun. I do have a book, as mentioned, Go Man, Champion of Earth. I actually have several books. Whatever book I'm talking about, I call it my 6th book. That way everyone knows I have 6. But it's a kaiju-based superhero comic that's really fun, and I have a sequel coming out this summer, Go Man versus the Star Dragon, and pre-orders really help authors, and so any of that's appreciated. Super Mario Moment is a proud member of the Glitterjaw Queer Podcasting Collective. You can find our shows and many others by going to glitterjaw.com, including a resources page filled with ways to make the world a better place. Super Mario Moment is on Instagram and Blue Sky and here on YouTube, but also you can listen on any audio platform if you want to listen to us that way. Next week, we are finally talking about what was for many years known simply as the Super Mario Brothers movie. You now have to be more specific. We are talking about the Bob Hoskins, what's his first name? Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo.
Oh my god. I was like, he can't be. He doesn't look like a John. What's going on in my head? John Leguizamo, Dennis Hopper, classic. We'll be finally going to the movie theaters and reuniting with a few voice actors who ended up making their way. I think we might be seeing a little bit of Frank Welker again. Come back next week, and until then,
so long, gay Bowsers.
So long, gay Bowsers.
Russell.